Let me bring back tonight Mr. Fuad Oki is a chieftain of the APC. He knows so much about all of these internal wrangling, if you may call it. Now, third time, and there must be a magic around what has become a major issue for you is concerning, isn't it, Mr. Oki, the turn of events today.
Good evening, Shehu. Today is a sad day for me. And indeed, it should be for all democracy-loving Nigerians. I look back at the dark days of Nigeria under the military junta. I looked at what a few of us did, putting our lives on the line for us to win back democracy. Unfortunately, today is a sad day. You will recall that since this Ulabalu started, I have taken the time to play a role that should be expected for any peace-loving individual, particularly one that is also a chieftain of the party that's in government. You recall about a week ago, I wrote a letter to the leadership of the party, the Governor's Advisory Council that I called the Board of Trustees of the party at the state level, pleading and admonition. In my letter, I did say that in the event we refuse to learn from history, that we may be consumed by it. And I think today it's exactly the beginning of us possibly being consumed by a world gog. And I recall what Adolf Hitler said in 1944, precisely end of November. And he said this is the beginning of the end, and there won't be any end until the end of the beginning. Exactly this seems to be what is happening. I have therefore refrained from wanting to appeal to anyone's emotion. Rather, I want to say very clearly that if those that do not have a sense of history, of those that may either be benefactor or benefactors of Honorable Muda Shil Obasa, or supporting him to cause a breach of the peace in Lagos, we will again put our lives on the line to defend democracy. I think we've had enough. Enough of begging, enough of appeasement. If you see what happened today, you will begin to look at river states. Unfortunately, the mayhem that is also consuming Osun State. Unfortunately, you look at what is happening in Kano. You put all of this together, it will be like a moi party in Lagos. It will be a child's play.
Let me ask you, Mr. Oki, just for a moment. And you could see that the interesting interplay for a lot of people who perhaps don't know what is going on in the APC and don't understand the dynamics. Some of the members of the House, their parents or their fathers are members of the GAC. The Ajomoles of this world, the Ogunlewes of this world, they are the leaders and the elders of the party. And they are the ones who are backing, it appears perhaps, they and their parents are not on the same page on this matter, and they have dared the consequences, because there are those within your party, Mr. Oki, who are saying these young people or these lawmakers are playing with their return to the House of Assembly. But when you see them in that manner saying, Honorable Mojisola Miranda, on your mandate we shall stand, what does that mean? That daredevil approach to what happened today?
I don't know about the mandate on which they want to stand, but I know about one thing very clearly. In the defense of democracy, majority of us shall stand. We will stand by laying our lives on the line if it will get to that. We will defend democracy as we have done time past. And let me tell you, going forward, I will also be at the forefront, leading true Democrats to stand up for this tyrannical behavior that some people want to foist on us. Now, Honorable Mudashi Obasa and his benefactors must know something very clearly. He was elected by his peers for the up-10th time in 2023, June. Today, his peers are saying, we've had enough of you, please step aside. You stand removed. I don't think that should be any problem for anybody. But I dare say here that it is not Mudashi Obasa that is trying to breach the peace in Lagos. He has some people backing him. And I will say this, Honorable Wale Oshun sent some video chats, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. And in that chat, Sean, you may want to look at it. He made a very salient point. It says that it is only God that is inviolate. No earthly person is. So I want to offer be alagbara. About to fellow agbára bí Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ wípé some of us have put our lives on the line before, and we will do that. For Lagos, we will stand up. Right. As an indigene, as an aborigine, just 1 minute, as an aborigine, we will stand up. As a politician that has defended democracy, severally, we will stand up. We've had enough of this nonsense, and I think it must stop.
But this is within your party. I mean, who are you afraid of in your party? Who is behind all of this? Who is asking someone to resign?
You know, I dwell in facts. I don't go with the innuendos. All of this person said this. No. Whoever wants the rights of the speaker to resign should come out to say, it is me.
Have you seen the draft letter? I've seen a copy of the draft letter, which we understand that members of the Lagos State House of Assembly are saying that they will not take it from the Honorable Mojisola Miranda, and they will not allow her to resign. And that was when the issue of the vote of confidence came. And the woman was very emotionally engrossed today when her colleagues stood up to vote a vote of confidence on her, to repose a vote of confidence on her. But the question is that who is the big hand? Who is the big masquerade that is forcing the hands of this woman out of the game?
If there is indeed a big masquerade, let that masquerade come out to the market center and dance. It's either the so-called big masquerade cannot face up to Lagosians to say this is what I want, or is choosing field officers. Let them come out. I don't want to see any letter, written or handed over to Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda, to submit. All I'm saying is this: the peers have spoken, and you should know why populi, why they. They've spoken. They are carrying our sovereignty on their shoulders. They've spoken on behalf of Lagosians. What they have said is what Lagosians want. That is rightly what we will stand for, and we will resist. So you recall those years when you guys admit you are Luther, and you will come to Alausa with your cooking pot, with your umbrella, with your tents, with your sleeping mats and pillows, And it will be a child's play. We just wait. We want to see what will happen. And we will appropriately respond. We don't have gun, we don't have arrows, we have voice.
Well, I mean, Ms. Oki, what happened today that the DSS took over the assembly complex and the ins and outs of the complex today? What really happened? Who invited them? How did it get to this point?
I honestly do not know, and until I have facts, I will not speak to that. However, one thing is interesting, which is you don't go into a hallowed chamber for whatever reason. By doing so, you are crossing the lines. When you cross the lines, democratic soldiers will also come out. We don't have guns, we don't have arrows, we don't have machete, but we have our voices. We will speak out very loudly. We will stand by it, and we will be willing to damn whatever consequences that may, come up therein. It is shameful. I was there, not in the complex, but in Alausa, and I was watching from where I can see all that was happening. That was at the park, and it was a shameful sight.
So now,
I don't think
on a final note, there are those who will say it's just a matter of days or hours. Honorable Miranda will resign and she will cave in. When that happens, where do you think Lagos Assembly will go from here, or Lagos State politics will go from here?
Let me say this very clearly. A lot of fear is being thrown all over the place at these young honorable members. But let us give it to them. For once, they're coming together to say, you know what? If we will not be re-elected again, it doesn't matter. But we will stand up for democracy. We'll stand up for what we believe in, which they have profoundly shown the world. Now, for us, what is expected of us is to continue to stand by them and to let them know that at their hour of need, Lagosians will not forget this. We shall also reciprocate. And that's the important thing.
Mr. Fuad Oki is a chieftain of the APC, a political strategist, and someone, if you want the history of politics in Lagos, you better knock on his doors. Fuad Oki, thank you so much indeed. I appreciate your time tonight.
My pleasure always, and thanks for having me again, Chief.
Thank you so much indeed.